I have a special guest with me right now today. Next Tuesday is National Diabetes Alert Day, and I just want to talk about some of the topics such as what is diabetes? How can you, if you have diabetes, how can you keep it in check? And I know no better guest to talk to than Rawnie Berry from the American Diabetes Association. How are you doing today, Rawnie?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
And I just starting off, I guess, the key question, what is diabetes?
Well, there are two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is actually the most severe and immediately life-threatening. That's when your pancreas does not make insulin. Without insulin, your cells can't open up and absorb sugar, can't process your food properly. So that's type 1. Type 2 is where your cells aren't utilizing the sugar properly, and the sugar is building up in your bloodstream. So they're both very dangerous. Type 1 is immediately dangerous and life-threatening. Type 2 is dangerous in the terms that most people ignore it for long periods of time, and it becomes progressively worse.
And type 2 is the most popular, it's most common type, correct?
It is the most common, yes. Actually, type 2 diabetes is now epidemic, with nearly 26 million people having been diagnosed.
And like you said, the epidemic, and I noticed when I was a kid, diabetes, I thought was just, in my family because I had a lot of family members with it, but over the last 10 years or so, it seems like so many people we run into have type 2 diabetes. Why do you think that epidemic has become such a growing problem in the last 10 years or so?
There are a lot of factors, but as you said, back to what you said initially, you knew a lot of people who had it in your family. Often they were older people that had type 2 diabetes. The frightening thing is that children now have type 2 diabetes. And it really relates significantly to the fact that we have become a very large population in terms of carrying too much weight. And when we're carrying all that extra weight, it's affecting our blood sugar level. We have become sedate. We don't exercise as we once did. Schools are cutting out physical education programs and things like that. And we are eating, what we're eating is not good for us in terms of we're not eating vegetables and fruits like we used to. Our portion sizes have become completely out of control. They're quite large. The food portion sizes, we've become a sandwich sort of culture where everything's in bread. And breads are carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are sugar in your body. And also drinking. We drink vast amounts of soda and sweet tea. And so all of these things are just laden with sugar, and it's very slowly, or actually quickly affecting our health.
And so many people may have type 2 diabetes or symptoms, and they may not even know. They walk around
Right.
for lengthy periods of time with it. What are some of the telltale symptoms that you should go to a doctor, or should go maybe if you know someone that has a home checkout system, or just get checked up?
Frequent urination is a big one. Constant thirst, and often those do go hand in hand, so people assume you're drinking all the time, therefore you're urinating, but those are two big ones. Blurred vision, headaches, feeling just really tired and lethargic, being very cranky. If you have some sores or bruises on your feet or legs or lower extremities and they're healing slowly or they're not healing at all, those are very telltale signs. Or tingling or burning or numbness in your extremities, typically your feet, those are signs as well.
And whether you may have been diagnosed with diabetes or you're kind of on the borderline, one of the key things that people need to remember is exercise can be a game changer for that matter. I guess how important is exercise to keeping your diabetes in check, or if you're kind of on that line, just keeping from actually becoming a full-fledged diabetic?
Exercise is really, as you said, the game changer. It really is, because if you've tried to ever lose weight, you know that you can only go so far most of the time through diet alone. And so the exercise is going to make a big difference. It's going to help you lose weight, but it's also going to help your body utilize that sugar, burn that up, so to speak. So your body becomes much more effective. Exercise is really very important in this, and that's one of the reasons why people have developed diabetes to the degree that they have, because they're just not moving their bodies, and our bodies are meant to move. We're meant to tax our bodies and to move our bodies and to burn excess calories and to burn off sugar and allow our bodies to work properly. And when we become sedate and we don't do that, things start to go awry. And diabetes is one of those things that happen because we're ignoring the things our bodies need.
Now, if someone has their exercise game plan they have diabetes, they have their exercise game plan, nutrition game plan, they are seeing a doctor. Mm-hmm. What role can the American Diabetes Association play in helping that person out as well?
We have vast information. One of the core tenets of our organization is to provide information and to educate. So we have literature available that is given to most patients in any doctor's office or hospital, but we also have the website, which is diabetes.org, and it is full of information about eating and recipes and how to determine what's best for you to eat and when to eat. We have information on exercise. We have information on the warning signs of diabetes, what to do if you have it, how you can potentially prevent it. Just everything you could ever imagine that would relate to you as a person who would want to prevent diabetes or manage your diabetes, that information is available on that website. We also provide that for the medical profession as well, so most people don't realize we have a flip side for them as well. But it's all about educating yourself, arming yourself with information so that you can best care for yourself, because the key really is for you to take control of your situation with the help of a physician. But for you to take control, you monitor and know what you eat, when you exercise, when you don't. So you can't have a doctor there with you 24/7 monitoring all this. So you need to do that.
I know Tuesday, March 26th is Alert Day.
Yes.
But you should always be aware of diabetes, whether it's in your family, whether it's you dealing with it, or maybe someone, another close loved one that you know. But what are some things on Alert Day that around in this area that people can take advantage of on Tuesday, March 26th?
Well, you can go online to diabetes.org and download the quick 7-question self-assessment risk test. That's available any day or night. But also hospitals and medical facilities through the area are holding events on that day. Ulta Memorial is holding a diabetes Alert Day event from 11 until 1 in the cafeteria, and they have multiple computers set up so that you can come in and take this test. There'll be literature provided by us and by them to tell you, give you ideas of what to do if your risk level is high, what the next steps are. And they have their certified diabetes educator there, as well as representatives from their wound center, which the wound center is important because often people with diabetes will have wounds on their feet or their toes and things that aren't healing properly, and they end up going into a wound center because they don't heal as they should. And then also St. Joseph's in Belleville is doing an Alert Day event as well. Theirs is all day from 8 until 6, and they have multiple computers set up as well to take the risk test. They have their certified diabetes educator and people from their wound center, and they're doing it in the wing where they have their heart health.
And if someone wants to get more information, you guys are pretty easy to get a hold of, I know. So can you give that information to them as well?
It's 888-DIABETES, which is DIABETES. You can call that, and if you call from the area locally, you'll be directed to our office. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Rawnie, for sharing this information, and hopefully people will be able to take advantage of the information shared in this interview.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you.